Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chicago PD actor's son set to guest star in Chicago Med Season 11 premiere. The One Chicago universe has always been about family, but the franchise is about to take the meaning of this literally in the fall. While Sean Haddosie's time on Chicago PD has come to an end, his son is about to carry on the torch with a guest spot in the upcoming 11th season of Chicago Med. As first reported by TV Insider, Haddosie's son Cassius is going to guest star in the Season 11 premiere on October 1. In the episode, Cassius will play a patient named Hudson Collins, a 19-year-old who ends up at Gaffney Chicago Medical Center with a severely injured leg after a building collapse at an all-night rave. Once admitted to Med, he'll be treated by Dr. Daniel Charles, hinting that there might be more to Hudson's injuries than a banged-up leg. Could Dr. Charles simply be dropping in to check on Hudson while he's in the ED, or will he have been brought in for a consult due to concerns with his mental state following the building collapse? We're going to have to wait to see, but it seems likely Hudson will be one of the premiere's central cases. The One Chicago universe has always been about family, but the franchise is about to take the meaning of this literally in the fall. While Sean Haddosie's time on Chicago PD has come to an end, his son is about to carry on the torch with a guest spot in the upcoming 11th season of Chicago Med. As first reported by TV Insider, Haddosie's son Cassius is going to guest star in the Season 11 premiere on October 1. In the episode, Cassius will play a patient named Hudson Collins, a 19-year-old who ends up at Gaffney Chicago Medical Center with a severely injured leg after a building collapse at an all-night rave. Once admitted to Med, he'll be treated by Dr. Daniel Charles, hinting that there might be more to Hudson's injuries than a banged-up leg. Could Dr. Charles simply be dropping in to check on Hudson while he's in the ED, or will he have been brought in for a consult due to concerns with his mental state following the building collapse? We're going to have to wait to see, but it seems likely Hudson will be one of the premiere's central cases. While this will mark the first time a relative of a member of the Chicago PD cast will guest star within the franchise, this isn't the first time a member of the One Chicago cast's family will be appearing in the One Chicago universe. Both daughters of Chicago Fire actor Christian Stolt have guest starred in episodes of Chicago Fire. His youngest daughter, Greta, played a civilian rescued in one of the calls the team responded to in the pilot episode of Chicago Fire, while his older daughter, Corinne, guest starred as Mouch's biological daughter on the show and even returned later for a guest spot in Chicago Med. It's truly a family affair, and once you're part of the Wolf Entertainment family, you tend to keep coming back. After all, several members of the One Chicago shows have appeared in other Wolf Entertainment projects, most notably being Chicago Med's lead S. Epatha Merkerson, who played Lieutenant Anita Van Buren for 17 seasons on Law and Order before returning to the Wolf Entertainment family in 2015 to begin playing Sharon Goodwin on Med. The Chicago franchise has always had a way of blurring the lines between family, friendship, and professional legacy. From the streets patrolled in Chicago PD to the high-stakes emergency rooms of Chicago Med, fans have grown deeply attached to the actors who inhabit these worlds. But in a surprising twist this fall, a new generation is stepping into the spotlight, bridging the gap between the familiar and the fresh. A Chicago PD star's own son is set to guest star in the premiere of Chicago Med, and fans can't wait to see what unfolds. The news broke earlier this week, sending shockwaves across social media. Everyone knows the patriarch of the PD world, seasoned, no-nonsense, and ever dedicated to justice. But now it seems the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree. His son, an emerging talent in his own right, will appear as a guest star in the very first episode of the Chicago Med fall season. The casting choice is as strategic as it is sentimental, a nod to both family legacy and the franchise's interconnected universe. From the outset, the announcement sparked speculation. Fans of the franchise were quick to theorize about the nature of his character. Could he be a young police officer coming in with a patient in tow? Perhaps a medical student observing the inner workings of Gaffney Chicago Medical Center, or maybe someone connected to one of the hospital staff, bringing both drama and tension? The mystery only heightened excitement. Unlike typical guest appearances, this one carried an almost narrative weight, hinting at a storyline that could span more than a single episode. The chemistry between generations seems natural. Sources close to production describe the young actor as talented, professional, and eager to make his mark, traits clearly inherited from his father. In rehearsals, crew members observed a subtle but undeniable echo of the senior actor's presence, a calm confidence, a quiet intensity, and a way of commanding attention without ever dominating the room. For those who have spent years watching the original Chicago PD actor navigate the complexities of law enforcement on screen, witnessing his son embody a different but equally compelling role is almost poetic. The premiere episode itself promises to be eventful. Executive producers teased that the story will revolve around a high-stakes medical emergency with ties to law enforcement, ensuring a natural crossover that doesn't feel forced. While the details remain under wraps, insiders hint that the young actor's character will face a moral dilemma, one that tests both personal integrity and loyalty to family, a theme that mirrors many of the storylines explored by his father on Chicago PD. Fans have been especially vocal online. Hashtags such as #ChicagoLegacy and #NextGenMed began trending within hours of the announcement. Longtime viewers expressed excitement at seeing a familiar face, even if slightly removed, while newer viewers were intrigued by the introduction of fresh talent. Social media reactions have ranged from pure nostalgia to full-blown predictions. Some anticipate a potential recurring role if the premiere resonates with audiences, while others theorize that this appearance could serve as a launching pad for more crossovers between the franchise's series. Critics have also chimed in, cautiously optimistic. Early reviews suggest that the franchise's enduring strength lies in its ability to evolve while respecting its roots. Introducing a second-generation actor is a risky move, but one that could pay off if handled with care. After all, the Chicago franchise has thrived not only on its gripping narratives and ensemble casts, but also on its authenticity, the sense that these are real people, inhabiting a realistic world. Bringing in someone who shares a personal connection to that world is, in a way, a natural extension of that ethos. Off-screen, the father-son dynamic adds another layer to the story. In interviews, the senior actor has spoken with pride about his son's burgeoning career. "It's surreal, honestly," he admitted. "Watching him grow up, you always hope they'll find their path, and now seeing him step onto a set that means so much to me. It's emotional, but also exhilarating." For fans who have followed his journey for years, this moment is as much about legacy and mentorship as it is about acting. There's also a broader trend at play. Hollywood has long seen generational shifts, actors' children stepping into similar careers, but rarely does it happen within the same franchise universe. The Chicago series, with its tightly knit storytelling and recurring character crossovers, offers a unique laboratory for exploring this phenomenon. The young actor isn't just guest starring, he's stepping into a living, breathing narrative ecosystem, one that could shape both his career and the franchise's future. Industry insiders note that his role, while initially appearing limited, may be part of a larger strategic plan. Networks are increasingly interested in multi-generational storytelling, explained one producer. It gives audiences someone new to root for while maintaining the familiarity they love. Plus, it creates opportunities for deeper, more nuanced storylines that span across series. In other words, the young actor's debut could be the first step in a long arc that connects Chicago Med, Chicago PD, and even Chicago Fire, creating layered narratives that reward longtime fans while attracting new ones.